Hello, and welcome to another Verbling class. Tonight's class is about conversation. It's about conversation dealing with travel. We're also going to do a lot of role playing as well. That'll make this a little bit more fun and engaging. We'll get started shortly. I'm just waiting for the students to arrive. We will be using some videos at the beginning of class, which unfortunately you guys, if are watching later, won't be able to see. We'll get started once students arrive in the class. Hi, Jar.
Hello, Simon.
Welcome back.
Okay, thank you.
How's your day so far?
Oh, it was great. Now here it is 9 p.m.
Pretty late.
Yes, I went to the beach in the afternoon and I have just came back.
What's the weather like at the beach?
It was amazing today. The temperature in the afternoon, it was 30 degrees Celsius. The sky was very, very nice. It was a blue sky and very clean, no clouds. Yes, it was a perfect day to go to the beach for sure.
Well, that's awesome. That's all one can ask for, right?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. And Edson, hello, sir. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Are you eating something, Edson?
Yeah, can you hear?
No,
Some
I can.
salads, vegetables.
No, I can just tell because of the way you talked.
Okay, I'm eating chicken as well, like barbecue, you know.
Did you have some for the rest of us?
No, unfortunately not. I just I just finished. Sorry,
Very
you
nice.
you got late.
No worries. Okay, guys, I've got a video link here. I want you guys to get that link ready. Download it if you have to, because we're going to watch a video before we get started.
We have to watch the video, Simon?
Yes, you definitely have to watch the video. Is yours ready to go?
Yes, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Edson, is yours ready? Okay, guys, let's watch the video. And let me know when you're done. Okay. Have you guys finished watching the video yet?
Which video? So I don't know what video are you talking
No,
about.
because you arrived late. So let me just see if the other two have finished watching the video yet. Edson and Jar, have you finished watching the video?
Yeah, I watched the video.
Okay, let me share another link with you. This one's a longer video, has an introduction. So everybody, if you can queue up this video. All right, does everybody have the video ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
No, so it's in the chat box or
Yeah,
where?
well, yes, it's in the chat box. I pasted it 3 times.
Oh yeah, because I couldn't see the chat box. Is that I have to use the laptop to see the chat
Yeah,
box?
you won't be able to see that if you're watching it on a tablet.
Oh, okay. So I need to log in again.
Edson, do you have the video?
My internet has some problems. I cannot download the video.
Okay, well then you.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, at least download it, and then maybe try later. All right, so we don't waste any more time. We're already 7 minutes in. Jar, why don't you go ahead and start watching the video?
Okay.
Arusha, if you want to start watching the video once you've got your computer logged in. I'm going to start playing now.
I didn't see the link in the chat box. Oh, I see that now.
Okay, I've finished watching the video. Jar, have you finished watching?
Yeah, I have just finished.
What did you think of that video?
I like the idea to travel around the world, to visit many places, and to leave something behind. Because, as one guy said, this is just an opportunity they have now. Because maybe in few years ahead, they will get married and they will have children, and maybe they can do, but things should become much more difficult. And now they have this is the right time for them, I think.
Yeah, certainly. And is that something you would like to do? Take a year off and do that?
Yeah, maybe, but today for me it would be very difficult because I have 4 kids, one from adoption, and it is not possible anymore. It is like when I think to study English abroad for 2 or 3 months, it is very difficult because we have a family, we have many things to support here, and yes, maybe I would, but I can't now because my current situation. But I have been traveling around the world for business for my companies, and it was amazing. I visited many times Europe, North America, Canada, and US, some countries in South America and some countries in Asia. And for me, it was very good, but most of the time I was traveling for business.
Well, that's excellent. So we'll do some role playing soon, and I think you'll play the role of one of the presenters you saw in that clip.
Yeah.
Edson.
Hi, I couldn't watch the movie because I don't know what's going on with my computer.
Well, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you then, but could you imagine
Yeah,
taking a
no.
year off work and just traveling the world and making a TV show about your travels?
Yeah, it would be unbelievable because I love to travel around the world, and this could be a good experience. First, I would be to Japan because I like the place. I just see on the internet or on TV sometimes. It's not very often, but Egypt and kinds of India because I watched your last video you show us,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the situation to be there, to be in some places there.
Well, then I tell you what I'm going to do is if you've got a good imagination, I'll have you play the role of one of those guys. Like Justin, you can play the role of Justin. We're going to do some role playing here shortly.
Okay.
Roxia,
Yes.
what did you think of the video?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. So I think the related to also American culture.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to just seek more freedom and fulfill oneself. It's rare to see those in China. I guess people will think when when you are young, you have to work hard, and then you deserve. When you are older, when you are retired, then you probably deserve a vacation.
Well, see, I think maybe you're missing the point a little bit, just a little bit, and it's very
No,
subtle.
it's yeah, I know, but
They're
that's
actually
why I'm
doing
saying.
is they're
That's
actually
why.
creating a TV show. So for them, it actually is work. It looks like fun, but it's actually a
Yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah, actually, I'm saying so. The caveat of doing this late is it's different. So they are now young and they have. So if they travel, that can bring a lot of horizon to their mind, and they see different things which are useful for their life.
Yeah, I think it would be very difficult to actually do that they can justify it because they make money from this by selling the TV show. They can make a lot of money doing this.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, yeah. So people like to do that, but most people they don't have the money to travel around, especially when they're young. They don't have money, right?
No, they don't. So
Yeah.
here's what I'd like to do, Ruxia. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to do some role playing. I'm going to have Edson and Jar play the role of Justin and Scott, the two presenters you saw in that travel video.
Yeah.
Now, Justin is the very, I think he's the one who's not too serious. He's kind of, he likes to drink, he likes to play. He doesn't really want to do work.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Scott is the very serious one. He wants to do work. He's more mature. He has the business. And
Yeah,
what
I
I
actually
want you to do, Ruxia, I want
Yeah.
you to play the role of an interviewer.
Okay.
Okay, so the setting is you have your own radio show, and this is a new television show. The first season has already broadcast, and you have Justin and Scott on, and you're going to ask them questions and interview them, and then after about 10 minutes, we're going to change the roles, and Ruxia, you will play the role of Justin or Scott.
Okay.
All right. So you have to kind of take charge because you have to be the one asking them questions. If they talk too long, interrupt and say thank you and move it along because we don't want to let Edson or Jar take too much of the talking time.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I was not actually paying attention who is Justin and who is Scott when I watched the video.
Don't worry about it. I pasted it there in the chat. So Edson will play Justin and Scott will play Jar, and Scott's the serious one.
Okay, so so the serious Scott had business after the travel, right? Now they are just retrospect.
We'll ask them.
Okay. So I just want to know the setting. So they finished traveling,
Yes.
right? And that is how many years ago?
It just happened a year ago. So that
A year ago.
they filmed it, they produced a TV show, the first season has aired, they're now in the studio.
Okay. And also I saw they are college students in the
I'm not
last.
going to say any more, Ruxia. We're taking too much time to get started.
Okay,
You saw the
so I
video.
wasn't, yeah, because I was having my dinner while I watched the TV video, so I
That's
wasn't
fine.
paying attention.
But I got to move it along. So you've seen the
Okay.
video. Do your best to just kind of be creative and make it up.
Okay. So, hi, are you Justin and Scott?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
I am Scott.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Hi.
you, Raksha.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm from the one of the TV station, and we are very interested in your story. Could you guys tell me more about your adventure?
Yes, I can start. It is a pleasure stay here and talk with you. Yes, it was a long journey. We have visited many countries around the world. We start in Europe, Asia, and we finish in South America. And 2 weeks ago, we came back to the US.
Wow.
It was amazing for me.
Yeah, sure, it's very amazing. How about you, Scott? Scott?
Yes, I really enjoying the experience of traveling abroad. You know, to know cultures, you know, people, like we've been to Japan, to India, to some kinds of Europe and Egypt, and I can tell you that it's amazing
Mhm.
this trip. And I would say to you that if you could, you should go to do that the same because we're gonna post a video in our in our site. If you could join, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, sounds terrific. So, actually, so Justin and Scott, so what are your rationale of doing this? What made you guys think of doing this traveling for a year?
For me, it was a unique opportunity because now I am younger. I am not married, and this is a great opportunity. I have money, and it was a type of business for us as well because we can travel around the world. We can produce a video, and yes, it was a travel, but it was for business as well.
Okay. How about you, Scott?
We've been saving some money to this travel, and you know, all the money that you save, it's very worth when you are spending abroad. You know, because it's a unique experience for us because we are not married yet. We have no children, so we can travel abroad, and it's amazing. It's a good experience for us in our life to tell to
Yeah.
our friend, or, and our family, and to
Mhm.
get with ourselves.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Um, could you guys talk about what are the most interesting places you think of you've been when during this travel?
For me, it was a place that we visit in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing because it was an Indian temple, and for me,
Oh.
it was very nice.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Scott? Do you have anything that most interests you?
Yes, in India we've been participating in some celebrations with some native there, and I got astonished when I entered in a cave that was built it in some centuries ago, like before Christ, and some sculptures. It was amazing for me because I never seen that before. That kind of the kind of things. And I
Oh,
could, I could, I could make the film about that. This is really, really amazing for me.
yeah, yeah. So, what do you think you get learned or just get from this journey? Maybe that um, maybe they changed your view of the world, or maybe they lead you to rethink life or whatever. What do you guys think that you gained from this journey?
Uh, it was a great time that we spent together, just and I. And I realized that it is not so expensive to travel around the world if you plan, if you leave something behind, like to be on great hotels. And because of that, it was very, very good, and I realized that I can do many things with no money. And if you plan, if you believe, it it is possible.
Oh, yeah. How about you, Scott?
Around the things that makes me feel relaxed and feel better, because knowing different cultures makes you feel like you see the world in another direction, like in another point of view. Because I thought that everything like my mind was really, I don't know how would you say, but
Kind
it's
of
like
open your horizon.
very very different. Yes, open my eyes, and I got astonished with the culture, different cultures in different parts of the countries, you know. And I got astonished, and I even could talk to people there because I just saw that situation, and then
Uh-huh.
I realized I just stopped it, just thinking
Uh-huh.
about that.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, let me stop you for a moment. Now, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Okay, so once again, Edson, you're going to play the role of Justin. Now, no matter what question we ask you, what you got to remember, Edson, is you're just here because you want to travel, right? Scott called you up. He said, do you want to do this with me? I'm going to travel the world. And all you care about is just traveling and trying new experiences. You're willing to travel, but you're not interested in a lot of the work of producing the show. That's not for you. All you have to do is travel. So for you, this is an opportunity to explore. It's fun. You get to be with your friend Scott. Okay? Okay, Edson?
All right,
Okay, and
it's cool.
Jar, your role is, again, you're going to play Scott. You like to have fun too, but you've got your own business. You've got a family. This to you is an excellent opportunity to hopefully get into television, where you could make a really good money if your series is successful. So you've got an idea of doing a 12-episode series of season 1, where you travel the world in different destinations, and the goal is not just to travel to see the tourist places, but to see the countries and to see behind the tourist areas, to know how people live, to explore the culture, to explore the food. It's not to show any social problems, although if they come up, you can, but the goal of the show is not to show problems going on in the country. This is a travel show. Now, Rexia, your goal in this is you're the TV producer. Scott has reached out to you. You're going to be in charge of the production, getting all the crews lined up, getting the cameramen, getting all the trips lined up. That involves you will have people working with you to book plane tickets, to get all the right people together. Your job is to package everything and produce the show, and to sell it along with Scott.
Mm-hmm.
So who am I? Well, I'm working for the Travel Channel, okay? And you guys have booked a meeting with me, and your goal is to sell me on this. I'm curious, or you wouldn't be here, but I don't know. There's a lot of travel shows, and you know, it's tough making money these days. Advertising revenue is down, so I don't know if this is going to be a winner. So Ruxia, your main purpose is to convince me. Now, if Edson, who's playing Justin, says something silly, you really need to jump in and cut him off and correct him. So there might be some interesting dynamics between some of the things that you say, Edson, and feel free to say some silly things, right? And then Ruxia, you could jump in and try and say, well, no, okay, that, you know, because you're trying to sell the show, right? This is your job on the line. Are you guys ready? Is that exciting? Do you want to do that?
Okay. So
All
we
right.
are not switching roles.
Sorry?
Oh, so we are not switching roles. We will still do the same role, right?
Well, Ruxia, you're doing a different role, so you're now a TV producer. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Did you?
I'm not an interviewer.
No, I'm the interviewer. Did you not hear what I said?
Oh, okay. I'm not paying attention to.
Okay. Why
okay.
Are you watching TV?
No, I'm not watching TV.
Okay, good. So pay attention then. Your role is a TV producer. You've got to sell this show to me. I work for the Travel Channel, and you want to sell the show to me, so I'll buy it.
Okay.
Okay. So
But then,
Scott has
so there will
reached
be
out
no
to you.
interview. Okay.
Brian, he wants to produce the show. You think it's a great idea. You want to make this happen, produce 12 episodes, and your job is to get the crew together, to produce the show, edit the show, do all that work, and you'll do some of that with Scott, okay?
Okay.
Again, if Edson, who plays Justin, does anything stupid, you kind of need to cut him off and correct him, because I might get the wrong idea, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, well, thank you guys for coming in today. I was a little curious when Ruxia reached out to me telling me that you guys wanted to produce a TV show of traveling the world. Now, to me, honestly, it sounds like you guys just want to travel the world for free. Is that what's going on here, Justin?
Yeah, for sure. We're not pay attention. We're not focused on working at all. But we wanna just know places to travel, to know culture. We don't mind. We don't care about our work. This is just a way to spend your life by having fun. And
Oh,
yes,
that
we're gonna.
doesn't sound like a good
Yeah,
idea.
Justin is always a interesting guy. He's a funny guy. He always likes to make jokes. Yeah.
Well, so Ruxia, what's going on here? You called me and said you had a real serious show here, and it sounds like you've just got a bunch of jokesters with you. Is this a comedy?
No. They are young people. They like to make jokes. So we are very serious. I think it's a very good show that could attract, have a good rate of people will watch those shows, and it can increase your revenue.
Okay, so you're saying there's a large market here.
There's a large market here. So I think a lot of companies are interested in that because they can develop tourism based. There's a huge market, tourism market from the show.
So what's our demographic, Ruxia?
I think young people like Justin and Scott, if they will be inspired by this show and will take action, especially rich kids. They'll have the sponsor from their parents and buy tickets, and then all these commercial companies will pay will sponsor this show because they will benefit from the broadcasting of this show.
Okay, so it sounds good. So obviously, I guess that Justin is playing the stooge, the guy who's always in high school, just wants to have fun and gets the laugh. And so what's Jar here? Jar, what is your purpose on this show? Like, are you a jokester too, or, I mean, is this Cheech and Chong, or is this a serious travel show?
It was a serious travel show. We have a great and unique material, and we visit more than 30 countries, and we got the best of each country, like nature, sustainability, and amazing places, and some place maybe in 5 or 10 years ahead nobody will have opportunity to see like right now, and with this great material we can produce 4 or 6 episodes that could be released during the year. For instance, in the first quarter we can talk about Europe, the best place, the best country, and in the second quarter maybe we can show and produce an episode about Asia, and the third, yes.
No, that's good. So Europe and Asia, you're interested in visiting. Those are rather large places.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And you can travel around the world. Just look in this episode, and I think it will be a virus because it is amazing. We have a great material. We visit just the best place around the world, and in each country with the unique perspective,
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's got a unique perspective. So, Edson, your partner wants to visit Europe and Asia. What's your top travel destination? Where do you want to go?
Well, it's gonna be a very good experience to go to Europe, but like, uh, we are interested in many places, but like no, don't care about much more about work, because if you we pay attention much, we notice but much about work, we are not gonna have fun in our travel, in our trip. And also I like to go to supermarket, and buy many foods that I love to eat, and
Okay.
drinking as well.
All right. So I agree. I don't. It shouldn't look like you guys are working. It should look that like you guys are best friends and that you're traveling the world together. You guys are friends, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
All right. Roxia, you know what? I thought you were talking about 12 episodes. I'm hearing 4 to 6. So how many episodes are you looking at producing?
I think the more the better. So we're trying to get the sponsor from different companies. So the more sponsor we get, we can put more episodes
Yeah, it's
there.
got to look serious. I mean, if we have 12 seems to be a good point because if it goes well, then we'll obviously want you to do it for another season, and that's something you guys have got to be open for. So if we do go ahead with this, I want another season out of this and perhaps an option for a third. Um,
Yeah.
but Roxia, see, here's one area I have a problem. If they just go to Paris and Berlin,
Mm,
London, the Caribbean, it's
that's
going to
not.
seem too easy. Like, are you going to make them do some tough things? Are they going to be climbing the Alps? Are they going to be bungee jumping? Are they going to be like, what do you have planned
Yeah.
for these guys?
Yeah. I have planned for those guys to go to places that people seldom go. So that will be more interesting to other people, to the people who watch the shows,
Tell me
such
more.
such as a lot of such as countries in Asia or in it's small countries, not large countries. People usually travel, and there's a very different cultures that are different from American cultures or different from European cultures. People will get interested in, and we also would like to have some interview from the people who from the local people, and also have a lot of the sceneries, um, so that people are not only watching the experience of Edison and Scott, but also trying to as a try to just get themselves to familiar with different cultures and different
Okay. Well,
places.
Roxia, you've obviously understand China a little bit. What I would really love to see these guys do is explore parts of China that Westerners haven't heard of. Get them out
Hmm.
of Beijing, get them out of Shanghai. We don't want to, or Hong Kong. I don't want to hear those as travel destinations. I want them going into parts of China and exploring the food in places where the beauty is there, and in places where there's opportunities for them to, I don't know, put themselves at risk a little bit, whether it's whitewater rafting, whether it's climbing a rickety bridge. I leave that up to you. But I want to see more of that.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. So we can definitely do that. So I know there's places in southern part of China where there's a big forest. So and there's also a lot of water and mountains sceneries, and there's also a lot of unique food. Every place actually have their unique food because China has a long history, and every district is it's not homogeneous
That's
because
perfect. See, that's what I want. I want a bit of history as well. Jar, what's your vision for the show? Why are you doing this?
I'm doing this because I think it is important to show to the world the best place that we usually don't travel because we don't know that There are many beautiful places to visit, place that you can spend. You can't spend a lot of money. A place that you can learn a new culture, interact with native people, learn something different that can give you other perspective about that place. For instance, when we go to Brazil, our idea is to spend 15 days in Amazon, for instance, in the middle of the forest, interact with
Whoa.
natives, Indians.
15 days. And this is where I need to understand the scope a little bit. So you're going to be traveling for a year.
Yes.
What do you mean 15 days? Like, see, that means nothing to me. You could be in a country for a month. What I'm more interested in, because you initially said 4 to 6 episodes. So if we're going for 12 episodes, how many episodes do you want to spend in Brazil?
Maybe Brazil is a large country, you know, and just in the Amazon area, you have maybe 5 or 6 states. And the idea is not to show the forest, but show the culture in that place, show the environment, maybe one episode in South America, and 50% of the time look at the Amazon and yes, look at the Amazon and Brazil, maybe 50%, and the other 50 in other countries in South America.
I agree with that. I think you should cover places like Ursula, the very southern part of South America. Try to get into Antarctica. No one travels to Antarctica, but it's a great destination, right? That whole part of the world. Cover the different climates or different aspects of Brazil. But I think you guys should really try to just focus on no more than one episode in one given area or country. If you're dealing with a continent, then maybe you spend, like for example, go to Egypt, go to Iraq, go to these places, show Petra. Get a local guide. Wherever you go, get local guides. If you happen to know these people, Scott, that's even better, because now what will shine through is the warmth and friendliness between you and the people you know in the region. And what will also shine through is from those countries, the welcoming of those countries for you coming in. And I think that's what we want to create, is some warmth.
Yeah, maybe it would be a great opportunity to show some countries that we are not interested right now to go, because we can show the other perspective. For instance, in Iraq and other countries in the Middle East, we can show the war, not show the war, but show the other side.
It's not about the war. I don't want you to go to Iraq to show the war. I want you to go to Iraq to show the Kurd area, where you've got these tall mountains, these windy roads. War hasn't touched that area, but show it to people, because whenever they hear Iraq, they think war. We put out an ad showing you're going into Iraq, people are going to like, oh, what's going on? This is risky. We want to watch. When they tune in, they get to see the beauty of it, right? This is not a war show. Edson, or Justin, what fun things do you want to do on this trip? Like, what do you like to do for fun? What do you want us to see you doing when you're on this trip? Like, or let me ask you, what places do you want to grab Scott and say, hey, let's go do this?
Look, while we are going to German, we are going to drink a lot of beers because I like beers, and just take up a little time from working to just eat some good foods in Germany and drink some beers in England, and there are some fun places to visit, but not spend a lot of time working, because I'm following him just to have fun, and this is my goal. And I'd like him to go to Russia, because some places, some drinks.
I've got a few issues that are kind of shining through here, Justin. You're not planning to be drunk through the entire trip, are you?
Not actually, just to try some
Right.
different drinks, you know,
So
and
like
foods
there,
because we don't have the such beverage and foods in our country, so it's a good experience. Besides, we can buy some drinks to take to our houses, you know.
okay, good. I like that. Beers of the world. Do you smoke, Ed, Justin?
Yes, I smoke a lot, and besides some cold areas, it's important to smoke, you know, because otherwise you're gonna freeze your body, and
No,
you
no,
need to
it's
keep
not.
and harm your body. Oh,
No,
for
we don't.
sure it is.
We don't want smoking. Smoking is a problem for several reasons. This is why you don't see people going into very foggy or very polluted areas because the cameras can't see. The fogging, the smoke clouds up the lenses. It gets in the equipment. It can destroy the equipment, and you're going to be going places where we don't want smoke getting in the equipment. If you're in
But like,
Antarctica or if you're in the Arctic, well, we don't want smoke around. You guys, I'm a little concerned. Are you a smoker too, Jar?
like when in Russia, we can drink vodka and smoking like to keep our body warm, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's not good. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment here, and I'm not willing to have the equipment destroyed or the film storage devices corrupted. If you guys want this show to go through, you guys are going to have to not smoke. Smoking damages equipment. I don't know, Ruxia. This sounds bad.
Yes.
What do you mean? Yes, that's all you can say is yes. It's
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can work on those guys. They'll quit smoking. I'm sure they will quit smoking.
sounds like Edson's a playboy here. I don't know if you can work on him.
But I can work on him. He wants to travel, so that's a that's the price he have to pay for it.
Well, that's not a price I'm willing to pay. You know as well as I do that the soot from smoking gets into the equipment. It causes problems, and
Yeah. I will make sure when you guys are recording, we will not. They will not smoke. They will not smoke.
excellent, excellent, very good, excellent. All right. Well, I mean, this sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound exciting. We've got a lot of shows on the Travel Channel. We've got a
Yeah.
lot of traveling food shows where they try to eat the strangest things in the world.
hmm
How is this different? I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I think there's because this is there's a continuity of of the travel, and the main scene we are presenting is these are young guys. They are full of energy and they are willing to um, take time off for this adventure.
Mhm.
And we want to show that this spirit. We want to advocate this spirit to the to the American people whoever watch this show, and
Oh, this is
we'll
not the
emphasize.
Americans.
Uh,
The
this
Americans.
is to the
This
whole
is
world.
the whole world. We want to sell this all around the world. I want to be able to show
Yeah,
this on
yeah. Okay, so I'm just saying we'll advocate this spirit to the whole world, and so that's what we differ from most of the other travel shows, and we'll emphasize a lot of these during our shows, and I will make sure those guys say things that are very positive, very encouraging, very, very. I don't know how to say that word. Just make, yeah, make people will follow them.
Well, I'm willing to consider this if you guys are serious about it. And if it is successful, well, I will make sure there's an option for one or two other seasons. But this is something that could go 4 or 5 seasons if it's done right. Jar, some of your final thoughts.
I think this is a great opportunity for you to sign this contract because there are other 2 companies that are interested in this business and in this episode as well, and they are. Excuse me?
Are you trying to shake me down? You come in here trying to sell me on a show, and you say you've got others willing to.
No, we know your company and we know you as a great professional, and it was recommended for many people important in this area, and because of that we could sign a contract before, but because of that we came here to show our project, and I think you can make. Excuse me?
Do you have offers right now?
No, but we have a pre-contract that one company sent to us. But before we sign anything, we would like to discuss this project with you because you have a great company, and we would like to become a part of your team, your company, and build something together and reach success for sure. Because we know that we are very responsible. We can make this happen, and this is the right time.
Thank you. All right, guys, well done. I don't know if you realize it, but the class is already over. 55 minutes have gone by that quickly. That was pretty quick.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
How did you guys find this? Was it interesting? Did you like this format?
Definitely good.
Yeah, and I liked you playing a little joking around. I like Ruxia, how serious she was. You did a good job too.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And what I would like to do now, I've got another class starting in 5 minutes, which is why I have to leave now. I need to get some water, relax my throat a little bit, just stretch a little bit, but then I'll be back. If you guys come back, what I would like to do is continue this type of discussion, but what I want to do is I want to get a little more silly. I want to imagine that we're on a trip someplace, and Ruxia, you're part of the group, right? You're going to be like Edson this time. You're going to try a silly kind of role instead of a serious role. So yeah. I know Edson, it's very late.
Yeah, unfortunately, I booked up a private tutoring session at 7. So, but yeah, I'd love to. So sorry. Yeah,
okay, no worries. I've got to get going, guys, because I need to get ready for the next class. But thank you so much for coming tonight, and stay tuned for more conversation classes. I might have 2 tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Simon.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye, guys.